AOL code, text and turn gold. Now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first Saturday broadcast. And this morning, we're going to have 2 really great examples of how this entire process works. And I'm excited for all of you because in our current boot camp, we've released some new scripts that my coaching students have been working with for probably the last 5 or 6 months. And they've proven to have outrageous results when you're talking to the right people. So first, in other words, my formula: create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. So we're gonna start off by working with someone that is just getting started and go through some of the elements to having your profile as visible as possible. So first, can everybody see this? Can all of you see it? Okay, good. All right. Now, in setting up your profile, you're going to have 2 choices. Now let me unmute. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, Max.
Okay, perfect. So, you're going to see people that have the open to work frame around their picture. And the open to work frame typically specifies people that are either looking for jobs or they're active, they've got a business, and they're open. Hey, if you're looking, if you need any help, I'm here. Now, when people are searching, and the people that you're looking for are going to be people that we know in advance need what we have. Remember, we have 2 options. One, we could search for people that clearly need what we have. They let us know. The other one is there's nothing on their profile that indicates they have any kind of a need, but we know based on who they are and what they do that they're all attracted to network marketing. For example, nurses, personal trainers, fitness instructors, chiropractors. Those are all professions where the people that are in those professions are naturally attracted to network marketing to generate an additional income, which is what we want to do. We want to make ourselves available to folks. Now, you have, how long have you been on LinkedIn?
Since it's launched probably 20 years ago.
Okay. So for example, so right now you've got 11,000 connections. Okay. And a third of those are going to be active prospects. So we want to appeal to those people. And so we're going to end up having to redo this because this was used to describe your previous work. But to get fast results, and let's come back up here and let's look at your network. So you've got 11,000 connections. Now, if we want to filter them, so these are your first level. And what we can do is one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to spend a third of your time talking to the people that you're already connected to. So let's come up here and let's look for people that say they're looking for an opportunity. So all these people are looking for opportunities. We want to get a number. We have to go over to Sales Navigator to get it. So right now, you've got 918 people that have that word looking in their profile. Now, by the same token, there are certain professionals that are going to be naturally attracted to your business. So let's look for example. Let's see how many chiropractors you're connected to. So you're connected to 8. Now, and these 2 top are online right now, but let's look and see by hitting the message if you've ever talked to them. So you reached out to him 2 years ago. Let's see how long you've been connected to him. Whoops. Well, what they say, the definition of insanity is to keep trying the same things. So LinkedIn is making a lot of changes, and that feature right now doesn't seem to be working. So instead of continuing to try it, the best we can do is we could say, well, the last time you reached out to the guy was in May of 2023. The question is he active? So you come down here and you can see he posted something 4 months ago. So we know if we wanted to reach out to him, we could, because he's active. Let's go back and look at this one. You reached out to her 2021. Now this could be when you connected with her, but let's see. So again, we know right now that feature is not working, but we know that you reached out to her 4 years ago. But and so, hey, this was before Max, so so this is what what people are taught to do, and but we're not going to worry about that. So anyway, we have all of these people. We could do chiropractor. We could do nurse. Well, she's online right now, so let's just see. So 4 years ago, you reached out to her. You can't even tell whether she saw it. Let's look at this one here. Registered nurse. Well, this is somebody that you never talk to. So the beauty is that you're going to be able to restart and reignite conversations with people that you have been connected to, but you never talk to. But before we do that, we want to polish off some elements of your profile. So we come down here. You've got 11 different experiences. And this is all part of telling your story. So essentially, you've been an engineer, you're technical. And so you worked for Cisco for almost 7 years, big company. Then you went over here, you worked for them for 6 years. And then here, now are you still currently doing this? Are you still working with them?
I'm still working with them.
Okay. Now, all right. Now, do they have any issues with, you doing anything else on the side?
No issue, only requirement is to not work during work hour. But
Okay.
that's pretty standard, right?
So what we're going to do is we're going to add something else. So under experience, we're going to add a new position. And so this is going to be the umbrella for your network marketing business. And your title, you're the founder, you're the CEO, and you're also, now you're an engineer. So okay. So what is a CGAO? You are the Chief Goal Achievement Officer. And name of the company, working with an international company, is going to be the Worldwide Wealth the Worldwide Wealth Achievers Association, or the WWAA. And how long have you been working with LifeWave?
LifeWave, I just started probably a month ago.
Okay.
I was a
And
customer 2 years ago, but
I'm sorry, what?
I was a customer 2 years ago, but I
Okay.
just became
So
a business about a month
okay.
ago.
So that's part of your story. So 2 years ago would be 2023. And let's say you started it in November. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to give you an anniversary next month. All right. Now, where are you located?
San Antonio, Texas.
All right. Now, watch what happens. We're going to save this. And so this is the exciting feature of LinkedIn. And this is just as effective as changing your picture on Facebook. So you've got a lot of people that are connected to you. And when they log into LinkedIn on their homepage, on their timeline page, a lot of them are going to see this. So what we're going to do is we're going to publish this. And this is going to give people an opportunity to like you, communicate with you. And so this is going to open up the ability. Now let's come back up here. Come back over here. And refresh. So now the other thing we want to do is this is first. So if we hit the pencil, come over here, and what we could do is we could flip these, put this up at the top. Now it's going to take 24 hours for that to be reflected. So that's going to replace that. The other thing we want to do is let's go over to the photograph. And this is where you can change frames. So we hit this, and you've got an option. Open to work, hiring, and you're not hiring. So let's go to the original. And so remove open to work. This is kind of interesting because what they're doing is you're giving people an option, share open to work with recruiters only. All right. So this is the start. Are you available at 1 o'clock today?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm going to send you the link to our 1 o'clock coaching mastermind, and we'll jump in there, and we'll get into searching. Now you're definitely going to want to hang out because Kevin, I'm going to log out of your account. We're going to jump into Kevin. Now Kevin has been on LinkedIn for a long time, and he's at the conversational stage, and I hate this, so I'm going to shut it all down. And so once your profile is hooked, we still have some things we have to do to it. I'm going to pop over here. I'm going to jump back into Kevin's account. Come on. So just bear with, where is it? It's over here. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Let me unmute Kevin.
Hey, Max, good morning.
Good morning. Remind me, Kevin, what's the email?
Kewones.
That's all I need. Kew.
ONES 23.
Right. Okay. So,
I'm not seeing a screen though.
oh yeah, right. Share the screen. Okay. So
There we go.
you've been busy reaching out and connecting to people. Now,
Yes. And
okay. So before I look there, let me just go back for a second. All right, and you've got 843 connections.
yeah, this went up about 50 something over the last couple of days.
All right. So now let's go over to messages. And let's look at do you have any in particular that you want to look at?
I literally have been doing the state, first contact, second contact, Max, and then actually stopped as you told me to. The ones that are start, as you scroll down, those are ones that I just did yesterday and this
Okay.
morning a few. And then
Okay.
I have the ones that start that the conversation have started.
Okay. So let's take a minute and let's look at the ones that you starred first. And let's look at him. All right, so you're not connected to this guy.
He hasn't accepted the connection, but he responded in a email.
Okay,
I saw
right.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so again, let's take a look at who he is. All right, now he's got 38,000 followers, which means, he's got more followers than he has connections because the maximum number of connections is going to be 30,000. Now, um, um, so clearly there's no obvious need. Why is he on here? What is he promoting? So he's providing a service to a particular group of people. What you have to ask yourself is, based on his profession, is he in a profession that is normally attracted to network marketing? The answer is no.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're not going to devote and you're not you're not connected to him either. But again, you can't, and the reason you're not connected to him is he may be at capacity. He can't connect you.
Right. Right.
So let's come back.
So let me ask you a question, Max, in regards to, as I was explaining on that last coaching session. Our company is a non-traditional network marketing company in gold and silver. When 89 to 90% of the population does not collect gold and silver, doesn't even know why they need it, would that be a good idea to just ask them a simple question like perhaps what are your thoughts on gold and silver? Do you know much about it? Because that's the way that we've been
Right,
marketing our program for the last 10 years,
right,
as far as trying to educate people about gold and silver. Because again, most people, and this is worldwide, they don't collect gold and silver.
right. So, and thanks for, reminding me about that, because he actually would be a good prospect.
Okay.
Okay. But what we have to do is we have to get him to accept the connection. Okay. And so the way to do that is to demonstrate your social media. Remember, we said you
Right.
look at his answer. Now, under normal circumstances, the next message would be, "Hey, it's nice to be connected to you.
Mhm.
Um, um, I've made a lot of friends, blah blah blah." Now,
Yeah.
what we could do is we could mix the second message, the icebreaker,
Mhm.
along with the third message, which is where we
Mhm.
start the conversation. Oh, so now he says it right here. I'm at max on direct connections. So he's going to follow you, follow him.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Right. Right.
all right. So what we're going to do is first, we're going to future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. We're going to send that. Oh, he's online right now.
Mhm.
Then we're going to grab the script and we're going to take part of the second one and the third and the conversation starter and mix them together.
Mhm.
So we'll take this one. Now, with a motivational message, I routinely send motivational messages like these to my friends on LinkedIn. I hope you enjoy them. And then we ask a question. The icebreaker is, hey, it's a pleasure to connect with you. I've recently made many wonderful, amazing new friends. So we're going to modify this to fit him.
Mhm.
All right. So we're going to come back here. We sent this. It's a pleasure to communicate with you. Directly connected. Now,
Mm. Great. Okay.
so I recently made, whoops, many wonderful and amazing new friends on here. We'll take out the second part. And actually, we have a better icebreaker. Let me come back. Over the years, I found LinkedIn to be an incredible platform for building meaningful relationships and partnerships. Okay, many of the connections I made here have turned into valuable friendships and productive business opportunities. So we're going to take this and we're going to use this pop that in there.
Okay.
Okay, many of the professionals I've talked to here have turned into valuable friendships and productive business opportunities. Now, again, I routinely send motivation messages like these to my friends on LinkedIn, and I hope you enjoy them.
Well, and then we ask a question, right?
And now, right now, we want to ask a question. And the question is going to come from the content of his profile. So in order to look at his profile, in order to decide how the conversation is going to start,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so we have to pull it if we can't see a need. So he's the Savannah supply chain guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll come down. Now, so he's been doing this for 2 years. A part-time advisory board, Savannah supply chain. Been doing this for 25 years. So what did he do before? An easy question is, what prompted you to get into your line of work?
Mm-hmm.
So he was a professor
Mm.
at
Yeah.
college, and he's still doing that. So we go all the way back. So he also does this. Now we don't know if he still does this because,
Right.
Again, it's, everything is subject, to his activities. So he's had high-end positions. Okay. So the easiest way to start a conversation with somebody like this let's go back to the message. So the question would be, it's a pleasure to be able to communicate with you. Even if we can't be directly connected. And we could add I look forward to, now remember what he did. We want to use his words. So he said here, be sure to comment on my posts. So I look forward to following you.
That's funny too, because I already did that. I just commented on it this morning.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the first thing we want to do, we know where we want this conversation to go. We want to ask him because because in your field, we want to be talking to people about their, successful people. We're not looking for people that are looking for an opportunity. We're looking for people that are successful, that are
Right.
concerned about their assets and would be interested in taking advantage of investing in gold, silver, crypto, whatever it is.
Or actually, Max, just learning about it because what we found, in our research, as this company was founded, what we found is that the average person, most people, Ryan Dice did a great video. This was about 4 or 5 years ago. He walked around the streets in the city, asking people what would they rather have, a candy bar or a 1 ounce gold coin. Everybody said, I'd take the candy bar. And literally, they was right across the street from a coin shop. And he said, we could take it right there and get it verified and trade it in. You can have it for, 20 bucks. You can have it. Everybody turned him down. Literally, he walked in the store, the coin shop, exchanged that coin for $1,600. And people literally, he was like, hey, what if I told you the deal is off? You're out of luck. So here it is, 5 years later, people still don't know the value of gold and silver. They don't know the history behind it. So that's what we do basically as a marketing company
Mm,
is we educate people. We have a membership where everybody can participate just by basically getting involved. But at the same token, it's a technology that we are the only ones that have that allows anybody to be able to afford it for just as little as $1. That's never been done before. So we're a different type of marketing company. Like I said, we're non-traditional. We don't
right,
really focus on the aspect of building teams because 89% of the people that come on board are just customers.
right, right. But again, we want to find people that would find appealing what you
Just
do.
participate, right, just participate, because they're what we usually do, the way that we market it is we market the membership aspects of it with the benefits of the gold and silver membership, but then we mention the affiliate side, which is if you want to share, there's an affiliate side to that too, and that's been working really well as
Mhm.
far as getting people on board as a customer, then segueing into the affiliate part of it.
Gotcha. First, we have to get the conversation started.
Right.
Okay. So, to do that, we want to get people love talking about themselves.
Mhm.
So, easiest way to do it is to say, I congratulate you in your field.
Mhm.
What prompted you to get started? Remember. Okay. So we're going to send that. Now, I understand that the guy is connected to so many people that he may not be in a position to write back to you right away, but we know that at some point in time, because you're leaving your computer on, at some point in time, when he does look at your message, he's going to think you're there.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's get out of the starred ones and let's look at the ones that you've recently connected with. And we'll come down here, we'll go back a couple of days. So we sent the second message. Now she
There's
wrote
that
back to you
coach.
4 days
Yeah.
ago. But just okay. So for now, we're not going to worry about her. Let's go to the new ones because there's no hurry. I mean, God knows. I mean, you were connected there for years before we ever got the
Right.
conversation, before we ever got the conversation going. So let's
Exactly.
come down here and let's look at the ones. So okay, now let's look at the ones that are online right now. Okay. So again, the approach is going to be the same.
Mhm.
So she owns this company. She's a mobile notary.
Mhm.
And there are an amazing number of notaries on here, but 2 decades of being a notary, and she's got a team.
Mhm.
So again, she's been doing it for 14 years.
Mhm.
Okay. So now we're going to come back, and the way we start conversations. Okay, so he sent out the first message. Okay, this is the second message.
Yeah, that's when I asked the question, look like you just said. I asked that question, and that's when she started going into detail about what she does.
All right, so I'm not very active. Okay. Now, the mistake you made here
Mm,
was you sent the message before the image.
you're right. Yeah, I saw that.
So the thing that we learn here is that we need, once we load it in there, we need to send it and make sure it goes.
Mhm.
All right. So you're asking, what do you do primer? I have a background. Okay. So now you're communicating with her. And now to get the conversation to the next level, we want to transition the conversation over to, again, congratulating her on her success, and then moving the conversation over to talk about what's going on with the economy and, how active is she in, I mean, what is she doing? Is she concerned about the market? Is she concerned about the value of currency? And the thing is, if you notice, she's not, in addition to being a notary, she also does mortgages
Right.
and real estate.
Right. Which means she's probably trying to supplement by doing all three. But then when she says she's a one-trick pony, she has a primary focus right now, obviously, that is her bread and butter.
Well, right now she's promoting MMN services.
Mhm.
Okay. And so what does MMN services do? Premium signing service dedicated to making your life easier. And so, notaries don't make a lot of money.
Mhm.
It's the services that they provide, with real estate, mortgages, and all that
Right.
other stuff. So down
Right.
here, she's talking about um, contract mortgage processing. Now, handling the closing, but she's not doing that anymore.
Mhm.
What she's doing is premium signing service. So they come to you, they offer complete documents, you and your clients are in good hands.
Mhm.
All right. And so again, she's an entrepreneur.
Right. She's working with the brokerages and she's working with realtors to get documents signed, reflecting
Right.
she's traveling to them, make it more convenient.
Right. Now, again, remember what we said. Let's look at the message she sent you.
Mhm.
I'm a one-trick pony. I have a background in mortgage and accounting for 8 years. Then I opened MMN. It is still the same industry, just on the back end this time. Okay. I enjoy helping people. This gave me the opportunity to continue in the field that I love with more flexibility.
Mhm.
Okay. So first, let's think about, again, relationship building revolves around you establishing credibility with the person. And so
Mhm.
as you're looking at this, you can think about, all right, so what kind of a motivating message?
I would probably ask that is great to I would just say, hey, that's great to hear. Thanks for sharing. I actually work with a lot of mortgage lenders and notaries that have experience in network marketing. I don't know if I want to introduce that or not. I'm just taking a shot here, but you coach me if I'm wrong. I work with a lot of people in that field that have backgrounds in network marketing. Do you have experience, or what is your experience with network marketing? Just ask that: what, when, where, why, what, how. What is your experience in network marketing to open up the
Kevin,
conversation?
Kevin, I gotta handcuff you or slow you down. Okay. Again, because you see right away, you're ready to, it's I. So look at her response.
Hmm.
And again, people love compliments.
Hmm.
So she says, I enjoy helping people.
Hmm.
Gave me an opportunity to continue in the field I love with more flexibility.
Hmm.
So the first thing we could say here would be, about it's important to love what you do.
Hmm.
Mark Twain has a quote, and when you do what you love, you never work another day.
Right.
So by first sending her that, okay,
Hmm.
then
With the image, you mean? With the image?
yeah. So all we have to
Hmm.
do is we just come over here, and again, I'm going to go to Google because it just works better. And then we go, you do. And then we go to images. So we've gotten these, if you do what you love, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Now let's see if we have one that's a GIF. And so if we, Mark Twain has one.
Hmm.
So one of the things you can do is you could say, we go Mark Twain.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, again, it's on all author.
Hmm.
So again, you're going to end up when you find it, you save it on your computer.
Hmm.
So, just to save time, let's come back over here. And here it is. Do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Again, we don't want to copy it here. We click on it once, come
Hmm.
over here, copy it from over on the right. Now we're going to come back. Now today's Wednesday. I'm sorry, today's Sunday. So this was a conversation, this was on Tuesday.
Hmm.
So now the first thing we're going to do, we're going to paste that in there. And now, even though it's pasted in there, we have to send it. This will send the image first.
Hmm.
Okay. Then again, this is we're building a relationship.
Right.
Okay. So let's start out with I hope you had a great week. Okay. All right. Now, so the question, okay, is going to be,
You've been doing mortgage and accounting for 8 years. What did you do before?
no, well,
Okay.
we see what she did before.
Mhm.
Okay. Again, let's look at this. Okay. She doesn't tell you very much. She was processing. Now, the one thing that you do know, remember, the information that you learn about someone from looking at their profile gives you everything.
Mhm.
So what do we know? From 2005 to 2010, she owned a company called Pronto Processing.
Mhm.
Okay, but what do we know happened in 2008 and 2009? That was the big
Market crash.
mortgage, exactly, the whole mortgage crash. So we know she knows all about network marketing.
Mhm.
Okay, we know that. And remember, she's only listing the things that she wants to talk about.
Right.
So again, let's come back to the message. I enjoy how gave me so she says it's the same industry.
Mhm.
Okay. So we could come down here and we could say how has your industry been
Been
affected?
affected by the economy. Got it.
So how has your industry and your business
Okay.
been affected by the economy?
Okay. Gotcha.
So again, we know we could jump into that conversation anytime we want.
Thanks,
Anytime.
Max, because I see now because I literally have to slow down to find the need first before I go into that
You
question about
you
the
you
economy.
you really do. And it makes all it makes all the difference.
Right. Okay.
Because they're hearing from people
All the time, probably.
all the time. And what's
Well,
happening?
that I'm doing it, that they're doing it just like I just did it.
Yeah, right. So and they're all going to be different. Let's come down and look at another one. Um, okay, so
Look at the Santiago guy. Santiago up top a little bit. Up. I'm sorry, down. Up, yeah,
here he is
that
right
way,
here.
right.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, the realtor. And you're going to have the same conversation over and over and over again
hmm
with the same people.
hmm
Okay, with the same people. So he's in real estate, 7 years. Now he doesn't tell you how long he's been doing it.
hmm
So remember, what do? how long have you been doing it? What did you do before?
Mm-hmm.
Gives you tremendous insight into what people do.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, we sent this one.
We've been having a conversation back and forth, but then I stopped.
Okay, so now when he says, I'm not too familiar with the network marketing business model, what you want to say here to save yourself a lot of time would be when I use the term network marketing, I'm referring to companies like Amway, New Skin. You can throw in Avon and Mary Kay, even though they're direct sales, because you want to get them on the same page. Okay, so all right, so he says I'm not too familiar with it. So you didn't. He says I'm not familiar with it. This was not the best answer because because if you'd mentioned Amway or New Skin, it brings it together so that you both are talking about the same thing.
Right. Right.
And in the book, in Jerry Spence's book, and let me bring this up because
And I saw that I was going down that rabbit hole. That's why I went back to getting the focus back on him. You know, what does he do and
yeah,
how long have we done it?
how to argue and win every argument. This book,
I
right?
got that book. I got that book. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. You all got to get this book, okay? Because he explains clearly what you're looking at here. It's
Mhm.
important that when you're talking to a prospect that you're both talking about the same thing,
Mhm. Mhm.
okay? So, 8 years ago. So, okay, so here again, and just because you missed the question, you can always go back and ask it again, or you can bring up the subject again.
Mhm.
So, because what made you get into in real estate? All right, now I got into real estate 8 years ago because a large bank. Okay, now he says there's some roofing and solar consulting as well. See now he's bringing this up, but if you looked at his profile,
I'll say nothing about that, right?
exactly. That's why the question, what did you do before, would have brought that up.
That's funny. I was just going back and forth, just being comical as well, and trying to break the ice a little bit more. And then he just threw that out there on his own.
Right. Well, again, that's because he liked, talking to you. He's
Yeah.
on here, and many people that are on here don't have a lot of communication. They don't have a lot of responses. And the biggest thing that they deal with are the network marketers and the sellers. And we saw, you know,
Hmm.
Fudo, if we looked at some of his earlier messages,
Hmm.
he was boom right out of the gate, and and
Right.
and so the, we don't want to do that.
Right. And
Okay,
I appreciate you for reminding me of that too, because that's one of the things, when you go from hammering the phones like I do, I'm like, I don't have a whole lot of time to waste, but then this is a different type of strategy. And so I need to learn how to be patient with social media because I'm trying to not take that same mindset into this by doing it the proper way to build up that rapport, that relationship, and this and that. Because it's a long game strategy, but it doesn't have to take that long, but you do have to be more strategic.
right, and then but when you break it down, when you compare cold calling for 4 hours,
Hmm.
dialing, and most of the time, they don't pick up the phone.
Most of the time, not 90% of the time.
Right. So, so you end up dialing. Do you leave messages when you call, or
I have in my autoresponder goes out. They get an email as well as it's a already pre-recorded message when I hit how phone burner works.
right?
Phone burner, I'm able to send an actual instant message right into their email. Then again, we live in a society where people don't even check their voicemails, or they don't even set them up. So I don't know if that's even effective.
Right. So, but at the end of the day, you spend 4 hours a day on the phone doing what you're doing, and you're happy if you get two or three reactions
Right,
that start the process.
right,
You take the same 4 hours and you do this,
right.
and you're going to get at least three or four people,
Mhm.
but you're talking to serious prospects right out of the gate.
Right, right. And that's my goal. Another thing as far as, not going up, not trying to speed up the process, but we've already discussed, the time frame I have. I want to get at least like this guy Santiago, I want to get at least 3 to 4 conversations like this going on a daily basis.
Yep.
That way, people are constantly, and then once it starts building like that, the people that do want to earn extra additional income in this, space, then that could be a discussion. But at the same token, I'm just basically just trying to get going with it to, implement it and cross over and get away from the cold calling.
Right. Okay. So now let's just, the previous conversations, the previous conversation. So now we want to respond to this. Real estate consulting, some roofing and solar consulting as well. Okay. So we understand real estate consulting. Now he's introducing it to roofing and solar consulting as well. So
Mhm.
so again, we think of the question first. So the question, and again, we use their words. What experience do you have with the roofing and solar business? So that's a
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Now we ask the question, we want to have a little dialogue, a little conversation.
So we jump back up top and the question comes last. Okay.
Right. And so for him, it would be easy. your profile doesn't
Didn't, yeah,
doesn't mention
yeah, okay.
any. So your profile doesn't mention anything about roofing. And solar.
Hmm.
Okay, now we could come back up here because it was Wednesday when you spoke to him,
Yeah,
and you go,
I hope you had a great week. Yeah, hope you. I get it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it, man.
I know, I know. Now again, so every Monday you could start a conversation. Well, how we had a great weekend. Okay, and so in this case, we don't have to, send them an image. We'll just
Hmm.
be this.
Pick
All
back up the conversation where we left off. Yeah.
right, exactly. We know, and that's why on a regular basis, when you're talking to people, we want to learn as much as we can about the other person
Hmm.
and engage in helpful conversation.
Hmm.
And then, of course, now the other thing is we told them about posts.
Hmm.
We could post things that he would appreciate,
That coincide with the conversation.
pretty much, or the one that comes to mind that I really like is the one about, unplugging,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
so you turn around and again, if I come up here and I do a search for unplug yourself quotes, and we go to images. So again, sometimes
Hmm.
oh, you put it in there, and then we got the images,
With the words.
and then to plug them,
Hmm.
and GIF. And so here's one, and here,
Hmm.
here's a GIF.
Hmm.
and again, I don't have it easy, but you know, the one that I was sharing with everybody is the one that really, you know, gets the message across the best. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I hope all of you, you know, enjoyed watching this. Now I'm gonna be back at 1 o'clock for our mastermind session. And
Okay.
so come back for that. And the same thing, let me unmute.
It's at 1 o'clock Eastern, Max.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. It's going to be
You're welcome.
in 40 minutes.
Okay.
And I need to take a minute to thank my wife, who has brought in a magnificent looking lunch.
But we're not gonna
On the
have,
same page. It's lunchtime.
Right, and so let me just make Fudel, can you come back too?
I can come back.
All
Same
right.
Zoom?
Yeah, no, it's going to be it's a different Zoom. I'll send you the link. I'll send you both the link to that one,
after lunch.
and then we'll do we'll work a little bit more on your profile a little bit, and but we're going to do it in reverse. So I'm going to work with Kevin first and go over conversations, and then we'll jump into you know, doing a little more work on your profile, and so you know, but you know, you're going to learn a lot just watching me work with Kevin. So
I see you then, buddy. Thank you so much, Max.
we'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, for now,